ruling, so if you guys can speak straight into the camera. So are you okay to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, certainly. My name's Stuart Taylor. I've been a Stig with the Speeder site for 7 seasons.
I'm Indy Taylor. I've been a volunteer at Speed Site for 3 seasons.
I'm Xander Taylor. I've been a volunteer for Speeder Site for a year now.
So, Indy, we'll start with you. Can you tell us your story with Speedside?
Well, my dad came to visit one day and I essentially got asked, do I want to come and see what he does with his off time? So I was like, okay. And I went to my first track day, obviously not knowing what to expect. And to be fair, at the time I was a bit of a shut-in. I didn't really go and do very much. I just stuck to myself and didn't socialise as much as I really could have. But then with Speed Aside, on my first track day, I got welcomed as if I'd been going for as long as my dad. I made friends, I socialised, it was just a great environment to be in. And I slowly got more and more involved. I'm now sort of apprentice to doing the mechanics side of things. I help out where I can, whatever they want me to do to volunteer, that's what I do.
Fantastic. And why? What makes you keep coming back?
The joy of it, the feeling, the joy for the participants, to keep the charity going.
The chance to drive the cars.
That too.
And yourself, what's? I'll tell you what. Sorry. Can you also tell your story? How did you get involved?
Well, my dad and brother kept coming to the events, and when they came on, they were always chuckling and having smiles on their face. So when there was one of the Three Sisters events in August last year, my dad decided to ask me, do I want to come along and see what they do? And when I decided to come along, and when I eventually went to the event, I just got to see why they were smiling, and it was brilliant.
Why were they smiling?
They were all the joy they were bringing in helping people, and the environment was just amazing to be around.
How does it feel to help someone else? 'Cause you're quite young to be like into volunteering the level you are.
Every time I leave an event, I've got a warm sensation in my chest.
So nice. And Dad, why did you get involved?
Well, I've been a driving instructor. I'm now up to 18 years, so it would have been probably 12 years when I first met these guys. Setting up in a new business, went to a trade fair. It was done in Ada Speeder's site. They were getting all the donations. Had a chat, found out that they were just round the corner in Bolton, where essentially my school's set up in Bury. Agreed to go down. Went down, helped people out. For the first probably 3 events, I was just pit crew, because there was a lot fewer volunteers at the time, and there was still the same things that needed doing. And then obviously once I had the privilege to be able to get trained and go out in the cars, I pretty much do everything now that's needed. I let the others play with the cars more often than not, because there's enough of them that love to tinker. Proud of what I do. So proud that I brought my family along and they decided to stay as well. So, 2 families in one. Speeder Site family and my own family.
And why do you think people should donate to the charity?
It changes people's lives. It might seem real cheesy to say it, but maybe for the 20 minutes that they're in the car, you can see the difference in that 20 minutes. But being able and having seen the other side of it as well, doing the pits and stuff and interacting with people before and after, it changes people's lives. It changes families' lives, not just ours. But you've got family yourselves. You'll know full well that if they're happy, if you see a change in them, especially with some of the circumstances that we see people coming to us have, if you make somebody smile just for 10 minutes, that's the world to their whole family, and it just is. And if you can give that to somebody, if you can help us to give that to somebody, then I'll guarantee that you'll feel better for it.
I think that was a wonderful answer. I think we got everything we need there.